Hey folks, if Jaws introduced us to the summer blockbuster season in 1975, Hollywood went a long way to producing near perfect summer season of blockbusters in 1982. Just a couple of years later, we had some fantastic movies that season, and it hasn't been equaled. It's been voted number one for the summer blockbuster season all over the world and all over the internet, and it hasn't been equaled. We had some great movie stars launched in 1982. We'll start with Conan the Barbarian, which launched Arnold Schwarzenegger onto the silver screen. Now, I know he has done some work before with Pumping Iron, his bodybuilding movies, but Conan the Barbarian really launched him into the mainstream of Hollywood. And what a good movie that was as well, directed by John Milius, who was a screenwriter, I think, uncredited on Jaws as well. He was mainly a screenwriter. We had some great sci-fi movies that year. Man, there were some great ones. We had Blade Runner, Ridley Scott, with Harrison Ford and Rutger Hauer and Daryl Hannah in that movie. What a great vision from Ridley Scott there, and a fantastic movie as well. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. I've recently seen this on the big screen again, and what a joy it was to get that on the big screen. I only seen it last week. It was re-released for its 40th anniversary. We also got E.T., the Extraterrestrial. What a monster hit that was from Steven Spielberg, and it left everything in its wake, and it was made for peanuts. Really was made for peanuts, and it made a packet of money. Also that year was TRON. It was a computer-generated effects movie. I don't know if that did well in the box office. I know there was a sequel made a couple of years later, but that was another one released in 1982. We also had Mad Max 2. The Road Warrior, Mel Gibson. What a movie that was as well. Haven't seen it in a while, must check it out again, but a great movie. We had some great horror movies that year. We had Poltergeist, directed by Tobe Hooper, who gave us Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the 1979 Salem's Lot. What a movie that was. But Poltergeist, what a scary movie that was when it came out. Produced by Steven Spielberg. Spielberg can do no wrong in the 80s. Except for 1941, I don't think that was a hit for him. But other than that, Steven Spielberg was on fire in the 80s and produced Poltergeist as well. We also had The Thing, John Carpenter's movie. I recently seen this just last week as well. Coincidentally, with Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, both made in 1982. The Thing is absolutely fantastic. The practical effects in this movie are off the scale. It really is. It was groundbreaking for its time, and the movie, for me, has dated very well indeed. And I was surprised to hear that the soundtrack to this was nominated for a Razzie nomination. The music in this for me is fantastic, and it really builds on the tension of the movie itself. What else do we have in 1982? We had Rocky 3, the sequel. Rocky became a kind of a cartoon character after a couple of Rocky movies. I love the Rocky movies, they're brilliant. And this movie launched Mr. T. What a great villain in Rocky 3. What a performance by Mr. T in this as Clubber Lang. What a movie. And it teamed up Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed with Rocky, training him for this. That was a great movie. And it also had the massive monster hit, The Eye of the Tiger. Great movie. We also had the comedy Fast Times at Ridgemont High, directed by Amy Heckling. I think it was Heckling, her name is. Heckling, sorry. A great comedy, Sean Penn, Phoebe Cates. Another one that I must check out, haven't seen it in a while, and a very good movie. You also had the romantic drama, An Officer and a Gentleman, and this movie was groundbreaking as well because it had an Oscar nomination and winner for Louis Gossett Jr., the first black actor to win Best Supporting Actor in that category. We also had some honourable mentions here in 1982. We had Friday the 13th Part 3. We had Night Shift with Michael Keaton. What a great movie that was, directed by Ron Howard. If you haven't seen that movie, it's well worth checking out. A very good comedy. And of course, we had the musical Annie. And I think Grease 2 as well. It was released in 1982. So this was a massive year for great movies and big numbers at the box office. Particularly, as I said, E.T. That made a packet of money. And it was made for peanuts. So please comment below if you've seen all these movies. And if you haven't seen them, I would suggest you go back and check them out. They're well worth a watch. Definitely. The Thing from 1982. Please check that one out. So please like, subscribe to the channel and comment below. I really would appreciate it. And until the next time, take care and we'll talk soon.